Yo guys, what is up? My name is Aaron from Notes. Welcome back to a brand new Reddit video. Today we're going to be looking at Am I the Asshole? So basically, if you don't know what the subreddit is somehow, there's a few keywords you are going to need to know before we get into this. There's acronyms on this thing, so I'm going to have to go through these and basically give you the rundown. AITI means Am I the Asshole? WIBTA means Would I be the Asshole? Which is the main two things that posters will post. And then in the comments, there's a few different responses. No one's an asshole, everyone's an asshole, you're not the asshole, you are the asshole. So there's YTA, which means you're the asshole, and the other party is not. NTA means you're not the asshole, and the other party is. ESH means everyone sucks at you, meaning everyone's the asshole. NAH means there's no assholes, and info is just means there's not enough info. I feel like we should just get right on into the first post. Am I the asshole for telling a kid she's the reason I got a dashcam? There are 3 children, elementary age, that live on my street. 2 a couple houses down from me, the other across the street from them. They are constantly running into the road across or after something, or riding some toy down the middle, bike, 3-wheeler, scooter. As such, I creep down my road past their houses to get to mine like 10 to 15 miles per hour with the clutch in and my foot hovering over the brake. Well, about a week ago, I'm creeping along as the kids are riding their bikes down the middle of the road. The youngest is in the middle of the road, heading for me, but looking behind her to her brother. I realise that she isn't going to stop, so with cars on either side, so I pull over. I come to a stop in the middle of the road. As I'm putting my car in reverse, she turns around and sees me. She swerves around me and lets out a "Whoa!" I wait for the others to clear out the road and move past and park in my driveway. I was getting out of my car when the girl rides up behind my car. "You almost hit me." I calmly told her that no, she almost hit me and that she and her brother are the reason why I got a dashcam. There are other benefits, but the kids were my primary motivation. She didn't understand, but then asked about my daughter, high school age, and if she was still in school because she's so old. I answered and went inside thinking nothing more of it. About an hour later, there is a hammering on my door. My husband answered to see the girl's mum. She sees me and starts screaming about how horrible I am, that I told my daughter that I got a dashcam because of her and her brother. My husband closed the door in her face and locked it. I recounted this to a co-worker, and they said I'm an asshole for telling the kid the truth, even if it didn't bother the kid. I don't think so, because kids need to learn to have more awareness around the road, so I will accept my judgment. Right, so I don't think OP is the asshole. If it takes you shouting at a kid to teach him road safety, I don't see an issue with it, to be honest. Better than him him or her actually getting ran the fuck over compared to being shouted at and having his feelings hurt. Oh no, not feelings. So I feel like we should take a look at some of the comments before moving on to the next one. So we'll look into the top 3 comments. Not the asshole. And then they quote "My husband closed the door in her face and locked it." The person said, "I love your husband so much right now. You did nothing wrong. You did not yell at the kid. Just made a reasonable comment." Not the asshole. And the girl's mother is an asshole. The kids are just doing what kids do, being idiots. The second top comment says, "Not the asshole. A responsible parent would have told their kids not to be riding their bikes around a car." Which I do kind of have to agree with. The third top comment also says, "Not the asshole. I don't think you've done anything wrong at all. You got a dash cam for a reason. One, that doesn't sit well with that mum, but that's not your problem. I'd recommend honking the horn next time instead of backing up." Yeah, actually, I didn't really think of that, but at the same time, I'm guessing she was kind of just thinking, fuck, I'm about to hit a kid. What the fuck am I gonna do? But yeah, I feel like the best course of action if that happens again is just to honk the horn, warn them that they're about to crash into you. Anyway, I feel like we should just get right onto the next one. On to the second post. Am I the asshole? I moved for my husband's jobs and my kids now hate me. Bit long, stick with me. Throw away because I'm active on a mum board and haven't discussed this there. My ex and I split 5 years ago now. We had a daughter who is 16 and a son who is 13 and a daughter who is 5. He's always been a good dad and we split 50-50 custody. Essentially the kids 1 week my house, 1 week his house. After my divorce I reconnected with a high school boyfriend and fell head over heels in love again. He's in the military but he hadn't moved in years. We married 2 years ago. A year ago he got orders to move to Texas from where we all were in California. My older 2 kids were not happy at all and didn't want to move. While the baby didn't really express a preference, I approached my ex and told him the situation. I said I know the situation sucks, but we'd foot the bill to him for every trip to him on holidays, breaks, summers, etc. He blew his top off and said absolutely not. I wouldn't take his kids away, and said he'd see me in court. The judge ended up ruling in his favour, and I was awarded summers and every other holiday. I was absolutely devastated. I moved, and I've barely seen the kids since. They came out Christmas for a week, and it was tense the whole time. The older kids, especially my daughter, are short with me on FaceTime. While the baby gets distracted and can't chat much, my daughter has said I'd choose a man over her, and that she wants nothing to do with me, while my son won't talk about it, but I can tell he's angry. I've asked my ex to talk to them about it, and he basically said I chose to leave. It's my fault and he's not getting involved in our issues. So let me have it, Reddit. Am I the asshole? Abso-fucking-lutely. A massive fucking asshole. Fucking hell, OP. What, 2 years? That's mental. So, your kids, right? You had your kids for a while, obviously. Your kids are meant to look up to you as a parent. They're meant to, anyway. Bit of an issue if they don't. And you chose to move away from where they live with a guy you were with for 2 years. The issue is here is that you've got to take into account if you have kids, it's a commitment, and part of the commitment is being cooperative. See, that can cause trust issues in people when you kind of just ditch them for some person you knew for a few years when they're meant to look up to you. And for them to say that, you just left for some random guy, they're not wrong. You kind of did. And it's a massive dick move. And it's not only that, it's the fact you don't even take an attempt to see them that often. I feel like it's better that you don't, because they seem to like not want anything to do with you at all. Understandably. I'd have to say, yes, you are the asshole, but I guess we'll see what the comments think. Right, so the top comment on this thread is YTA, obviously, yes, the asshole. You prioritized this man who you hadn't seen for years over your children and essentially gave them no say at all in the matter. These kids are not just yours, and you have no right to take them away from their father without allowing them any input. Edit. Apologies, I didn't mean to phrase it as though her new husband is completely random. She has known this new husband and has been dating him for a while, but I still believe she is the asshole given the lack of consideration for her kids. Edit 2. Many people seem to think that I'm really not acknowledging the importance of the husband's relationship with OP, and I apologise for that. I should be a bit more considerate of that. Let me emphasise again that OP is not an asshole because of wanting to be with her husband. She's the asshole for trying to force her kids to move with her when two of them clearly didn't want to. The kids should be given the choice here. Okay, the second top comment says, you didn't ask for your kids' opinion about moving. They're old enough to have that conversation. You instead decided on your own for what you wanted, and when told no, fought to have your way in court and lost. I'd say rightfully, you didn't ask your ex's opinion. They're his kids too. He just announced something based on what you and your husband wanted. The kids are rightfully pissed because they feel their mother abandoned them without any consideration. Yeah, you're the asshole in this. Okay, the third top comment says, you're the asshole here for a few reasons. One, it sounds like you told your ex you were moving and wanted to take the kids instead of having a discussion with him about the move and how that would function. Assuming that he's an involved dad and the reason for your divorce wasn't abuse, you absolutely should have spoken to him first. 2. Did you consider doing the long distance thing with your husband? It's a hell of a lot easier for you to fly down a few times a month than forcing your kids away from their dad. 3. At the end of the day, you chose the needs of your husband over the needs of your children, knowing that relocating the kids away from their dad would be incredibly hard for them and that their dad is an active living parent. You're the asshole here, and I can understand why the kids are upset. I think it's safe to say the main judgment of this post is OP. You're definitely a huge fucking asshole. So on to the final post is, am I the asshole for telling my friend's boyfriend that she was cheating on him? So a week ago, me and a friend were out camping and I saw her cuddling up with this guy all night. She spent the night in this tent. When I asked her about it, she insisted they were just friends and hanging out. Now, she had a really cute BF and she's telling everyone that she is the only one she's dating and they're going strong, etc. From what I gather, he was about to propose to her soon. So when I bumped into him the other day, I told him everything. I can't stand cheating because I was a victim of cheating and I know how bad it hurt. So when you finally find out. So I thought I'd better tell him sooner than later. He said that he had her doubts, but when he confronted her about it, she insisted they were just friends. He subsequently broke up with her. Now she found out and she's telling all our common friends that I'm a backstabbing bitch. I feel really bad for hurting her feelings, but I wasn't about to watch this poor guy's entire life go down by marrying a partner who cheats on him. What should I have done? Am I the asshole? From what I've read, no. Bad friend? Yeah. Asshole? Nah, you may not have been a good friend in the situation, but you're a good person. I don't really have much to say about it. You're definitely not the asshole, there's no doubt about it. So I guess we'll just read the top 3 comments about it and see what like people say. Not the asshole. Let your close friends know the actual story. Keep hanging out with anyone who believes you. Drop the ones that take her side, because if they keep her company, it says a lot about their character. Not the asshole. I fully believe that if you see cheating, telling the innocent party is the right thing to do. I would never want to be in dark about a partner cheating. If someone knew and didn't tell me, they'd be an asshole. Not the asshole. You did the right thing. She's just mad because she's having to face actual consequences for being a shitty person. Right, so that has been it for the asshole. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on this video if you did like it. Maybe share it with your friends if they're interested in Reddit videos. It'd mean a lot. So my name is Aaron from Notes, and I will see you in the next one.